All right, welcome in. I just want to be sure that everybody can hear me. If somebody can give me a 5x5, text me, or not text me, but comment section, please. If you can hear me and you can see me, everybody's good. Thank you, Allison. Allison, give me 1 second. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. We'll get started here in a second. Good deal. I just didn't hear any sound from the intro, so you might have muted it. Hello, hello, everybody. All right. So I'm going to have to ignore the comments. So heads up. I appreciate you guys. Well, welcome to the Collapse Codes. In this space here, okay, because we're doing things differently. This is where your soul is being asked to pay attention. This is where the deeper patterns of your life begin to rise to the surface so that you can finally work on these things and address these things rather than have them work against you. So these messages are for the entire soul, not just one slice of your chart or one label that you identify with. And I want to say something about timestamps. There are none. There don't need to be. These are not quick hit, pick and choose messages. This is the deeper soul work, and it unfolds in its own order. If you are in a rush to skip around, to jump ahead, or only catch a fragment of this, that may actually indicate that you're not really ready to hear these messages that are being spoken. These messages require presence, not speed. So I ask you to take a breath to settle in, allow this transmission to come the way it is meant to. We're going to open this space and I'm going to begin. We're going to go through each sign, but each house. So when I'm looking at Aries and the first house, Taurus and the second house, I highly advise you ignore the signs and that you watch this according to your house. So what's going on in my first house? What's going on in my second house? What do I need to know about my third house instead of your zodiac sign? This whole thing is about to be one big message. Holy Spirit, I do welcome you into this space. Please move through this reading with clarity and compassion. Let every single message be guided by your wisdom and grounded in your truth. And let what needs to be seen be revealed. And let what needs to be felt. And may every single soul here receive exactly what their soul has been asking for. Now, when I do this, when I start with the sign of Aries or the first house, I may use tools for Aries that I do not use for Taurus or the second house. So keep that in mind as I'm doing this. Well, you did this for this sign and not for that sign. If you are in that mindset, this is probably not going to be your forte or your interest. So give me a moment as I feel which deck we need to start with. So we are going to start with Aries in the first house. So if you're watching this for an Aries placement, what house is that in? Does it resonate with that house for you? If you're watching this for the first house, does it resonate with your identity and who you are? Aries in the first house. King of Wands. Shocker. The Queen of Cups. You are starting to identify, whether you're in Aries or whether you're watching this for your first house, you're really starting to identify with something that sits deeply in your soul here when it comes to your emotions. And I think that this is something that you have probably resisted for some time, but you're being very vulnerable and honest with yourself about how you feel in one area or in many. There's been some resistance to living according to this for some time. I'm picking up. You've made decisions and choices based off this energy here, but it hasn't been authentic choices and decisions. Well, and there's the Wheel of Fortune. So this is causing you to revisit something. You recognizing this energy, there's something more to you. There's something deeper. There's something deeper that you feel. And you are aligning yourself with whatever that is for you. But it's causing you to revisit something. To go back. So let's see what that is exactly. What is this that Aries or those watching for the first house are revisiting? Ha, say it's not so. It looks like it's a connection. Oof, one that ails you, it troubles you. Who you are now, who you identify with now, or who you are becoming now is causing you to go back and see something differently. And it looks like it has to do with an individual here, a partnership, a person. And you're finding now that that was more in alignment with who you are now than it was then. You made some sort of decision or choice in the past here that you are currently, it looks like, involved in. And it's identifies with an old version of you. I feel so weird. Well, you can't seem to get this off of your mind. There's something about it that, again, it ails you, it troubles you. Why? Why does it trouble or ail? 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. Tell me one more about this 3 of Pentacles. You weren't in a place where you could commit to this or work with this, but I feel like who does this involve? Who is this? Six of Wands. Someone who you view as successful. Now, I'm not getting that you see the value in this because it is successful. That's not what I'm seeing. I see that you see the value in whoever this is. It's more about how they stand out. There's the world. There could be something online someone is doing. Okay. Regardless of the person that I feel like this you're reflecting back on, this is something that you wished you would have worked together with. But again, no beating yourself up over that for by any means, because there's something here about how you're seeing it differently. And if you knew now, or if you knew then what you know now, you would have handled it differently. And so you are identifying with a core. It's a recognition of some core emotion that you're sensing here, that you're feeling, that you're identifying with, you're connecting with, you're You're allowing yourself to feel. Okay. Let me just get the Empress. Wow. There's so essentially this direction, whatever, there's something obviously that you want to lean into or you want to find more out about, you want to explore possibly. Show me Aries or the first house here, the intentions here. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Yep. There's somebody here is going to be asking another person, can you commit to this with me? Will you enter this contract with me? Now, that can be relationship or otherwise. It could certainly be a working together. I should have chosen this person as my business partner instead of this person. Could be something like this. Whoever this is more in alignment with you because it's connected to your authentic self. So I see that there's going to be this expansion. That's what this is about. There's this expansion. There's this a lot of growth potential. This has, it does require you to take some kind of action though. How's everybody doing? I have to ignore the comments as I do this. So. And I also don't want to be here for 6 hours. I'll be here for 1 or 2, but not 6. Okay. Moving on to Taurus in the second house. So this could resonate for a Taurus placement. This could resonate for your second house. All right, show me for Taurus and the second house. Certainly feel free to give me your feedback if this resonates for you guys. All right. So the Tower is here. There's a lot about in the collective right now about these identity shifts. And again, we have Aries here, Aries and Scorpio. There's maybe some unconventional ways of thinking that are coming to the surface here. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords. This could be news for some of you that's impacting your second house. Hello to every single 42 of you in this room. Now 40, now 41. Okay, we have the Star. Please be sure to hit that like button. I appreciate it. Ooh. Okay, this is something, this is part of your soul contract here currently with the Star card. Very interesting. The speak, Ace of Pentacles. The Hierophant there is Taurus energy. Let me just check a setting real quick. Okay. And the Two of Pentacles. I feel this pressure about something becoming more important than something else has been. There's some sort of questioning whether something is worth something, whether, how vague, whether something is worth your time and energy, whether something is worth your investment, whether it's worth the time it takes. Hmm. Show me this tower. Yeah, that's what I thought. Something around your work may become kind of I'm getting like something being shaken up at work. That's what I thought this was. So what is this star? Ooh, the Ace of Cups reversed. Now, what's interesting is that you want to be doing something else here. Show me this Ace of Cups reversed. This is work. This is work. Okay. This is work versus purpose. It's always about work with you, Taurus, and second house. Show me this Ace of Pentacles. Bear with me. Yep, 10 of Wands. Okay. This is about getting out of the frame of mind that you have to, anything that you do to, that's of value is going to require hard work. There's something that feels wrong to you about choosing work from a place of fulfillment and joy. That has no value to you because of the amount of work that you actually aren't doing. So there's something here that your antenna is picking up about this. There's something here that's coming online about. You're questioning it right now, though. It's about purpose versus work. So some of you could be struggling with your purpose. It's something about having to, it has to feel hard or it has to feel challenging in order for it to be worth anything, but that's not what's true. And so there is something here about value. So obviously, again, Taurus, second house. So I see it when I've done the zodiac sign readings and we're just focusing on that zodiac sign. It's always about value with Taurus. Show me this Two of Pentacles, please, for Taurus or those watching for the second house. King of Wands. So, seems like you'll be doing something that is similar, but in a different way. Like it gives you more freedom, or it gives you, maybe you're doing something more creative, or I just get freedom. I get creativity versus ball and chain. Okay, versus ball and chain here is what I'm getting. So something, if you haven't made a move and you've been getting the call, if you will, you've been getting the nudge, but you've been squashing it like, but I got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do all this. I got all this I got to do, right? If that's where you've been, then you may be having, experiencing a tower energy within your, whatever you do for work, layoffs, whatever it is. Okay. Whatever it is, something is shifting here and it's to steer you away for some of you because you're not listening to the call. For others of you, it's actually like I'm getting like a bit of a trap door, but not one that you just fall into some bottomless pit, more of like a slide. Okay. So you get to the bottom safely. But it's like an out is what I'm getting. It's also confirmation, but you may not be seeing it that way. You could be really struggling with, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose this, which is why you're putting so much energy into something to begin with. So for some of you, this could be for your Chiron placement in Taurus, by the way. Okay. Okay. I think that message has been delivered. Well, I do see the Seven of Swords. So yeah, for some of you, there's definitely an avoidance. And if there's an avoidance and you have some major shift, layoffs, whatever, you're fired, whatever. Okay. Not trying to scare anybody, but this is the universe's way of stepping in. Okay. All right. We are going to move to Gemini or those watching for their third house placement. Did any of you Sacred Disruptor or Phoenix Frequencies members watch the consecration of the Soul Mirror Oracle? Did ya? Also, Phoenix Frequencies, we have to move our date actually earlier to our live stream, our Zoom, because we need to work with the new moon in Sagittarius. So we are going to do a bit of a fire ritual. So it'll be on the either 19th or the 20th. So keep your eye out for that change. Right now, I believe it is set for the 22nd. So we're just going to bump it up a few days. Gemini, or those watching for their third house. Gemini has been loud. We just have that full moon in Gemini here on the 4th. We're still working with that energy, and we'll be working with it over the next 6 months. Did you know that on February 17th, we have a new moon eclipse in Aquarius? So heads up. All right, 5 of Pentacles reversed. I guess I shouldn't say new moon eclipse. An eclipse in Aquarius. Okay. Interesting. 5 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. 5 of Swords. What's up with all the fives? And the Star. Aha, here it is. The air signs of this came through in a personal reading I did earlier today. What if? What if that? And what if this? And what if, what if, what if? But what if? There's overanalyzation that's happening here that is keeping you from well, first off, it's contributing to this energy of not feeling like you deserve. Let's get a little bit more here. There's Gemini. Shocker. Gem and the Misfits. Okay. So we have the Lovers here. You're actively making a decision, and it is there's some interference, but it's you. You're the interference. And what I mean by that is that I feel like there's something that you might be telling yourself, but let's get a little more here. The Sun. You feel like you don't deserve happiness, but it's meant for you. There's this, that's what the 5 of Swords is about. There's this inner, I feel like you might be trying to work through this. Some of you are aware of this. There's some awareness around this. And if that's the case, then you're actively working through your inner dialogue, what you're telling yourself, your belief about what you deserve and what you don't, kind of thing. Okay, 9 of Swords. All right, let me look at something here. Show me a little more about this 5 of Pentacles reversed. It looks like because that 5 of Pentacles is reversed, it kind of feels like either you're, again, actively working through this and you're kind of digging your way out of that kind of hole that we can become very comfortable in, or there's something going on that's pulling you out of this 5 of Pentacles, and there could be something where you could squander something away. So I just want to double check on that. Thank you so much to the 48 of you that are here, for being here, for being present, for showing up for yourself and for me. Okay, we have the 4 of Wands. Yeah. You're afraid that you're going to lose. If you gain stability, you're afraid that you're going to lose stability. So you're either actively working through this, trying to heal this, working through healing this, or there's something available to you where you're actually being stabilized. It assists in stabilizing you, but you're scared you're going to lose it. Show me the Five of Swords, please. We have the Tower. Oh boy. Okay. Now this could be, simply put, this could be some major realization around this for you. Yes, it is. That's exactly what it is. You're becoming aware of the conditioning here. Beautiful. This is what this is then. This is the awareness around this. And so you're making different decisions, different choices, but it's scary. It brings you some anxiety. These choices might feel a little unnerving. Are we crooked here? It could feel a little unnerving to you. It could feel like there could be some anxiety that's coming up because of this. So what a beautiful job. Okay. You're actively working through healing this. You're recognizing where some kind of conditioning or programming has been, and you're actively working through healing this. This is beautiful. So you're going to face the fear and kind of do something anyway, or allow yourself to move through something anyway. Beautiful. Very brave thing to do. That's not easy. There's a lot of unknowns in the unknown. And so, our human minds, we want security and stability, and we want to make sure that nothing's going to fall apart. Cancer in the fourth house. Fourth house being mother, home, emotional nurturing. Our emotional foundation. Show me for my Cancerians or those watching for the fourth house, please. Hi, Mom. Okay, my loves, we have the Three of Pentacles. The Six of Cups. I think some of you are reflecting on your childhood here is what I'm getting. You're actively working on this as well. Man, a lot of work being done. That's fantastic. Okay, Knight of Wands. Interesting. There's something about childhood here that was not, it was erratic. It was, it could be a parent or guardian's behavior, or unreliable. There's very inconsistent energy with whatever this immature as well. Very, you could have had a very young parent. Okay, bear with me here. You're actively working through this. You might actually be doing something in reality. What I mean by that is, versus just doing inner work, you could also be seeking like some kind of counseling or something like this. Hey, Brian. Okay, show me more. Yeah, you guys, I can see all three channels here. I'll put the comments on the thing. Divine Mother is here. I see everybody, but y'all can only see certain people. Okay, let's see. Okay, again, did any of you, I didn't see any comments about it. Did any of y'all get to watch that consecration of the Soul Mirror Oracle? If you remember, did you guys see that? Okay, Seven of Swords, Page of Wands. Yeah, there's something that's coming up here that's coming into your awareness. You may not quite have your finger on what it is, but there's something in your awareness. I feel like you're actively working through. It does revolve around your childhood. Okay, Allison, I'm curious what you thought about that. Just out of curiosity. And Brian, if you didn't hear me, y'all make sure you check your announcements page. Okay. I'll be keeping that updated. Okay, so Page of Wands, Queen of yeah, there's definitely something about the mother. We have Cancerian energy here, and I feel like that's very important. Usually, telling you that's why it's so important. Not just look at something. Don't look at Cancer just as a Cancer placement. Look at it from your fourth house perspective. So okay. Now, for some of you, there could be active participation with even a mother, like you and your mother doing something together. There certainly could be that, working on something together. Okay, again, Cancerian energy here, but it could even be if your mother has passed, you might be working on this with the mother, or working on your maternal side, whether you're male or female, your more nurturing side. Okay, so you could look at it like that. But if I'm to read this, I feel like you are looking at something from childhood where there was an erratic, I'm hearing display. Um, okay. So this could be like maybe you're noticing that what you didn't see before about this, and maybe you're seeing it in yourself. Let me just see what this Knight of Wands is about. The mother again, and the Empress. So it might have been the mother that was the erratic one, okay, or that was the unreliable one. And maybe you're actively working through the mother wound, or you're actively working with your mother. Again, for some of you, if a mother has passed, you could be working through, even that could be a guide for you right now. That could be somebody that's working through you. And it does, there's a recognition around the mother's own conditioning and upbringing. And that might be the very thing that assists in the healing here. That's some deep work right there. I haven't looked at the comments yet, Allison. I'll check it on that later when I have time. Okay. I just want to take a moment to make sure I don't have any unanswered questions here, so bear with me. What is the awareness around here with the Page of Wands? What is this? The Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, Queen of Swords. There was a lack of nurturing, because maybe it could have been a single parent. There could be a recognition, like even like if your mother was a single parent, if we're actually looking at mother, or maybe even if there was somebody else, maybe it was just always them, you know? So I feel like there was quite a bit of weight. This might assist you in healing with your mother wound or whatever, for you. If this is literally about your mother, I feel like it is. There could be something here where the mother had to carry most of the weight, had to carry a heavy weight, and it could have put her in an energy of like bitterness. The root cause of grief is anger. So maybe there was some anger. The Queen of Swords can be a very angry, bitter type of individual. Okay. And it was because of all the weight that was put on someone's shoulders here. Knowing that can be the very thing that helps you forgive this situation, forgives your parent. Okay. And this could go even for maybe it was a single father that had to play the role of mother or try to do the nurturing thing. But there's something about like having to provide, having to do all of this stuff and manage everything, put all this work in, and it left little time for the nurturing. So a recognition and awareness of this can be the thing that assists in the healing. Okay. All right. Okay, my loves. We're going to move on to Leo, or those watching for their 5th house. I see 75 of you in here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate also that you'd hit the like button for me. If you're new here, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Okay. Leo and those watching for the 5th house, please. Okay, we have the Chariot. So Cancerian energy here. Okay. Axo low. That's very interesting. Okay, 3 of Cups. Okay. This might be about a partnership. It indeed is. This is about a partnership. I'm not surprised. 5th house. Relationships. Love affairs. There is a... Now, for some of you, this is healing your inner child, is bringing out a fully embodied, fully healed divine masculine energy. Okay, there's the fire. I'm seeing Aries. There's very interesting. The healing of the masculine wound is present. There's a lot here. Bear with me. It's coming through the healing of the mother. Again, why it's so important to watch all of these readings based off what we just read. Because of that healing, there is either a reconciling with oneself, so an alignment of the feminine and masculine, coming home to oneself. But this could also be a reunion of souls, if you will. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's get a little deeper into this. The Knight of Wands. Oh my. Didn't we have the Knight of Wands in the last reading too? The Queen of Wands. More Aries energy, by the way. So some of you could have Aries in the 5th house. You can have an Aries moon, possibly Venus. Aries sun sign, rising sign. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so healing the masculine here is causing choices to be made. So in the past, there were choices that were made around attraction or desire. And it got nothing. It was of little value. So now healing this, coming home to yourself, you're now choosing value, which reflects the Aries reading that we did. Wow. Bear with me. Tell me a little more about this Chariot. What are we looking at here? What is this Chariot? The Hangman. Okay. Desire to take the action, but not taking the action yet. King of Cups. Revisiting how someone is feeling, revisiting how you're feeling, revisiting the emotions, checking in with the emotions. So before there's any sort of action, this is healing the masculine, I'm telling you. So this is not impulsive action. This is well thought out, carefully considered action here. Again, that's what's healing the masculine. That's how things were done in the past. That's what got you nowhere. So there's a desire for action, but we're checking in with the emotions. We're checking in with the heart space. We're checking in with, like, is this an emotional response? Is this me acting out emotion? Or is this me acting because I actually have a lot of love or care or emotion or sympathy or empathy or whatever? Okay, empathy, understanding, and unconditional love. And this is why I'm moving in this direction. So there's a pause before the action is being taken here. One moment. Tell me a little more about this King of Cups, Hangman, King of Cups. Perfect time for this because we've got this grand water trine going on. So there's this, if you didn't watch December's energy transmission, that is on the website. If you're not a member, you can watch it there under the Oracle Vault. Sagittarius, no, it was December I did. There was this undercurrent because of this grand water trine, this emotional undercurrent that exists. And there's the Page of Pentacles. So this is right now is a thought and idea, and it's being carefully considered through the lens of emotional intelligence and through the lens of emotional maturity. So there's a recognition of oneself here, and in recognizing oneself, you're recognizing um, where certain choices and decisions based off of this fire energy has gotten you. So tell me about let me look at this Five of Pentacles, because I don't know if you're currently in this Five of Pentacles energy or not. I just see a questioning of why you chose something. And again, it may have been based off of attraction, a shiny thing. It looked good. But it wasn't of value. There was no substance. And so I feel like you've lost a lot or did lose a lot when you made choices this way. Okay. Yeah, this has done nothing but hurt you. So what I'm seeing is that there might even for some of you be an individual that you're connected to. I do see for some of you that could be the case because there's a relationship for some of you here. Um, and if it is a relationship, I feel like you are recognizing that this is not where you need to be. And there may be somebody hurt in the process of you trying to align yourself with what you know now. So I do see careful consideration around the other person that might be involved with not wanting to like hurt their feelings and, but having to honor your truth. And so I will tell you that because you are healing this, you are going to be making some sort of decision. You will be heading in a different direction. But it's about, there's something here about having to handle this delicately. And this is a hard thing to explain to somebody that, isn't in the same place you are. But if they're honest with themselves, they would probably recognize that, this was not this wasn't a good decision for them either. So I'm seeing two parties. One maybe not so much wouldn't understand is a good way to put it. I feel like they wouldn't really understand what's happening to you, spiritually speaking. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to Virgo. Virgo energy has been quite loud. So Virgo, or if you're watching for the 6th house, now this is service to humanity. This is um, your health. This is being organized and making sure all your boxes are checked. And it can also be a very pessimistic energy, very worrisome energy. All right, so let's see what's going on here with my Virgos or those watching for their 6th house placement. We have Leo showing up here in the Strength card. Virgos and 6th house aspects you might be dealing with could be going through it here. Okay, show me more here. Nine of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles. Huh. I'm just going to say something I'm getting. This may not resonate for everyone in this. Well, maybe it does. I don't know. You guys let me know. For the first time, for at least one of you out there, for the first time in ever, I think you might really be learning how to be on your own, how to not be connected to a person, how to stand independently and sovereignly without relying on another person or requiring them to meet some kind of need. There's something very sacred about you being independent right now. Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside for a minute. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate you being here, showing up for yourself and for me. I appreciate that. Okay, we have the 4 of Cups. Yeah. I really think that you wish, though, that wasn't the case. It's hard for you. So this could be connecting to a thing or a person. I know you can't see this, but underneath the surface, I'm feeling this energy of codependency. And there being this opportunity for independence. Hey, Stephen. It's good to see you. Three of Swords. Man, this is not. I can tell. Like we're going through it here. For some of you now, this could be like, well, it's got to look perfect. My life has to look perfect. Everything has to look perfect. There has to be this and this and this and this and this in place. And when I don't have that, I feel like it's not perfect. So for some of you, you're battling this. And the Magician. So you've been manifesting your own heartbreaks, your own hurt, your own, I get like this woe is me, like a victim. I'm not saying there's like a victim mentality here. Okay. I'm just going to call it like I see it. But the opportunity again is for you to not be a victim, to not feel like a victim, I should say. Okay. This isn't me calling anybody out. This is just a shadow aspect that we're looking at here somewhere in your life. Now, this could be a dependency on anything, okay? And so it's really hard to it might feel really difficult to work through this right now or to admit it. Tell me about the Strength card here. Tell me about the Strength card. Six of Wands. Yeah, this is like there's something about what you feel like you need to appear successful. And right now, something doesn't feel like a success, or from the outside looking in, it looks like a failure to people. It is, but it's not really. It's just that I feel like you cringe at the thought of somebody looking at you like a failure or looking at you like you don't have all your ducks in a row here. But being in this energy of where you succumb to that, where you succumb to this, it doesn't look perfect. I'm afraid of what people are going to see or how they're going to look at me, or I'm afraid of not to be successful. I'm afraid that things aren't perfect. You're 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 manifesting this energy that you don't want to be in. It's almost like they're showing me that I know it's kind of cliche or whatever, but they're showing me like grasping sand and it coming through your fingers. It's like wanting something to be so well knit that it unravels. Okay. Show me this Ace of Pentacles. There's an opportunity here for you. And I think that's what you really need to recognize and lean into here. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands. It requires doing the hard thing, my loves. It requires doing the thing that you don't want to do. And for some of you, again, I get this undertone of codependency. It requires you to build yourself up on a solid foundation. You don't require anyone else to be there with you or to be in a role or to be next to you while you're doing this. This is about independence for you, sovereignty, autonomy. When you get to the point where you don't need anything to be on a stable foundation, okay, to stand on solid ground, uh, then you can approach things from, well, I don't need this thing. I want this thing, but I don't need it. And so there's not this decision that's being driven by the need. Okay. The Four of Wands. Yes, indeed. Okay. So again, this is just talking about you working through, things don't have to look pretty right now. Right now, it's about you taking the opportunity to put yourself on a solid foundation and build a solid foundation for yourself. And then from that point forward, we're going to make some very level headed, very stable decisions for ourselves. But it's not easy. This is not easy for you to do. And I see that. And I just want to acknowledge that and validate that for you. I can tell that this isn't easy. This is painful. I'm getting that it's painful. It feels excruciating, but that's the wound talking to you. But your ability and your willingness to feel that discomfort is the very medicine that's going to heal this. Okay. And I see the Wheel of Fortune here underneath the deck. Let's just take a peek. Yes, indeed. So there's something quite beautiful for you on the other side of this, or that has a lot of potential on the other side of this, a whole maybe other direction. You may even want different things. This is not like grasping for anything to fill this role and make it work, make it perfect, right? This is for allowing the right thing to come through that naturally fits. Okay. All right, my loves. I'm going to switch decks and take a sip and say hello again. I appreciate all of you being here. Hopefully I don't knock the camera out. Oh, we did it. Okay. All right, Libra, and my 7th house placements. Those of you watching for the 7th house. Show me for my Libra and 7th house placements, please. Libra and 7th house placements. Okay, we have the King of Cups, Scorpio. Okay, we have the 3 of Pentacles. I have to tell you, for Libra or those watching for 7th house, yeah, 5 of Cups. I'm just going to tell you, it feels like there's been some kind of rejection. This could be from a water sign or a Scorpio specifically. For some of you, you may have Scorpio in the 7th house, okay? No, you wouldn't have Scorpio in the 7th house. Hold on a minute. Ace of Cups. Yeah, what is this? I feel like there's been some kind of rejection. After all these years of doing this, I've learned to just trust what I'm getting. The 5 of Wands. Yes, indeed. Okay. Okay. It seems like, okay, if you're watching for your 7th house, then you may have recently had some kind of rejection. Okay. If you're watching as a Libra or like a Libra placement, there could be somebody specifically that you have feelings for and it's not reciprocal. And this is causing all kinds of discomfort for you. Marcia, I know all about the corruption of the justice system, my love. And then some. Okay, Queen of Wands. I also know how the people on that side of things' minds work. It's just a brotherhood. Yes. I feel like, okay, there's a lot of passion here, but it's not reciprocated. That's basically what I'm getting here. It's not reciprocated. It's not reciprocal. There's a desire on one person's part, but not another person's side of things. It's because there's one person has emotion, okay, and one person has desire. And the one where it's just desire, the person that it's emotion for them, or the emotion is not there and they recognize that, they need it to be about emotion and not attraction or desire. I feel like that's the one that's rejecting the situation. It's okay, Marcy. I'm not asking you to apologize. I'm not pointing my finger at you, fussing at you. I'm just saying I know. Speaking of the justice system, there's Libra. And the 10 of Pentacles. Tell me about that, because Libra, this feels like you might, the real reason you might have wanted to connect with something, okay? Or if you're watching for the 7th house and you've had some kind of rejection. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. There is, you might be actually desiring stability, and that's why something's not working out. And whoever is the more stable one, and they're actually being protected from the one that's less stable or that's acting from a place of a wound. So I feel like the one that has the desire is the one with the wound. The one that is very emotionally mature and emotionally aware recognizes this, and it causes them not to feel emotion for it. There's a protection there. There's like a this whoever that is, whether it's you or someone else, is being protected. Okay. And there's death. I feel like this might be, if this is you, Libra, okay, or again, if you're watching for your seventh house, and you might have been rejected by a Scorpio. Scorpios don't come into your life just for nothing. They are the agent of change, and man, do they change you. But that's what I'm saying. This is for, there's a wanting. It's really coming from a need. I need stability. But whoever is, somebody's very emotionally aware and is aware that that's what it's about. Hey, Aqua Beauty, welcome in. Thank you to all of you for stopping in. I hope that you watch the whole thing. It's very important that you do. It's not just one reading for each sign. This is a whole reading. All of them are a whole reading. All right. Scorpio, and those of you watching for your 8th house. Okay. So we have the Page of Wands. I'm a Scorpio too, Angelique. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Venus, Jupiter's in Scorpio. Page of Swords. What is, you've got some communication here. Appears to be some kind of news or communication. Let me see. Where my Scorpios at? Okay, 3 of Swords. The Empress. I see. Okay. There is, you are going to be hearing from someone, however. Whoever this is hurting. You are going to feel pretty good about this. Okay. You're going to be like, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. However, this person is hurting. So we'll need to look at that for a minute, but let me just see a little more here. Yeah, 9 of Swords. Okay. You're more concerned about how this might throw a monkey wrench in, like how much sleep you're going to lose. Okay, so I think you are in the position, okay, you can reverse the rules if you need to. There's an Aries. I'm seeing the Emperor. I do feel like you have someone approaching you. Okay. You're more concerned, again, I'm just getting this energy of you being concerned about how much sleep you're going to be losing. How you're calculating, how much sleep do I need to get my work done, and how much can I, like, there's something here that's going to be asking to take up your time. So let me see. Tell me more about this Page of Wands, please. You can run, but you can't hide. Okay. We have the Emperor. I don't think that you're running. I just think you're like, So you're hearing from someone. Okay, it could potentially be an Aries. This feels like you making room, making time for something. Listen, whoever this is, though, I need to look at this Three of Swords, because whoever this is. Let me just look at that. Show me this Three of Swords. I feel like they're hurting from something. Okay, that's a good sign. All right, Nine of Cups, the Magician. Okay, I get it. I do get that whoever this is has been through something. Okay, they're on the mend. They have made a decision that they are not going to idly stand by and let something that they want pass them by. This person, because they are showing up in this Emperor energy, they are initiating the obtaining of what they want. And somehow that is connected to you, because I see this person reaching out to you. So show me this Page of Swords. I'm hearing you don't believe me, so take that for what you will. Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Okay, right now, currently, this person is trying to figure out what to say. Marcia, you need to get a bunch of rough black tourmaline, and you need to place it in the four corners of your home, the four corners of your room where you sleep. You need to put it in the four corners of your property. And then you need to, on a very regular basis, take some salt baths and stop giving whatever this is your energy and power, because they're siphoning it from you. So do those things, sage yourself regularly, and see if that works. Also consider getting some black obsidian to wear on your right ring finger or your index finger. Okay. So right now this person is trying to figure out what to say. They need to communicate their emotions. There's something about the pain that they feel that they want to communicate as well. Also, this is going to be things that you've never heard from this person before. This person expressing something, they're really pulling something up from the deep. You wouldn't recognize this from this person. Palo Santo is not strong enough. You need to get Dragon's Blood Sage. Okay, so you have somebody here that's going to be communicating, and I think you're all about it. There's the Tower. This is a situation where there maybe has been no communication or contact here, and this is something that's coming out of the blue. You don't believe me, though. That might have been for you. I don't feel like you're ecstatic about it when it happens. Okay, but what I'm getting is that the real thing that you need to pay attention to is that somebody is really trying to figure out how to speak from the heart. And the reason you don't believe me is because this person is really trying to figure out what to say, and it hasn't happened yet, but they are actively manifesting their deepest desires. And somehow, because the Empress showed up, you are part of that. Sagittarius, and those of you watching for the 9th house. You can order it, Marcia, but I recommend you use that. Sagittarius and those watching for the 9th house. All right, we have the 6 of Cups. The King of Pentacles, okay. Temperance. Oh boy. Let me get some more out here. For some of you, I am seeing an estranged father come through here, one that you would not be in contact with. This father energy feels the need to approach, feels the need to try and correct something. So that's just a little side note for some of you. Your father could be a Sagittarius. I'm also seeing Taurus here. I'm hearing you could never count on this person. Two of Cups. Six of Pentacles. This is somebody who maybe in the past has always come through and tried to make things right with money, or paying for something, or buying something. And the Queen of Swords. And that just pisses you off. Now, this could be a spouse for you. This could be something that you do. Interesting that Sagittarius is here. We have Libra as well. Somebody tries to make things right with money is what I'm getting, or paying a bill, or maybe this is how you parent, or how you have been as a parent, or how a parent has been with you. But for some of you specifically, I am getting, for someone, there's a father energy that's wanting to come through and make things right, and you're going to see nothing's changed because they're trying to buy your love. Tell me more about Temperance energy. I feel like this person feels the need to come through, feels the need to make something right. Okay. I don't know that they're going about it the right way. And I just feel like that's going to really make you mad. Okay. What you may not recognize is that, yes, okay, that may be how someone shows love, but their love language may be like acts of service or gifting. Okay. Okay. Tell me about this Six of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Why is that? Yeah. Queen of Pentacles and the Fool. I still, is this like sporadic behavior? What is it? Show me this King of Pentacles. Give me 1 second. The Hangman and the Queen of Wands. Oh, so there was something. Okay. This is a kind of a specific message, and I'm not surprised because we're in Sag season. So, there could be something that this father energy, or you, or okay, whoever it is, they've chosen something. It took them away. They chose something, and so to make up for it, this person tries to show that they love by giving something, taking care of a bill, buying something, paying for something with money. This is how, and I feel like that there's some that really pisses you off. It makes you angry. But again, see, now the reason this person would have connected with another person that took them away, okay, or that they put all their attention into is because this person could have been very materialistic. And so there was like a feeding off one another, this person being materialistic and this person being like, I'm going to show my love by giving money or paying for things. That's why that connected. And so there is this awareness around this now. And I do see that's why this person is coming through. But there's something about needing to recognize this person's love language. I do see that they did act on a situation or connect with a person that maybe took them away, That's how it feels to me. Took them away, and I feel like there's some history here. So this might have been when you were a child. This could be something that happened with you when you were younger. Okay, maybe this is happening to a child. You could be married to, or not married, but maybe divorced from a person, and you co-parenting. Um, so in other words, whoever this is has the reason it makes you angry, whether you're the parent or you're the one that it's happening to, is because there was something more important than this person's responsibility, and they allowed that to rule and reign in their life. They allowed that to take their attention, and so there's some immaturity there I'm picking up. And so this looks like something that you're either, maybe even internally, you're remembering this from childhood. It could be that, or you could be the child here. There also could be some anger. If this is a parent, let's say it's a father, you could have some anger around how your mother was treated by this person as well. What's the advice here? Two of Pentacles, seven. Well, you're going to want to pay attention to how this makes you feel. What's this person's next actions toward them here? Okay. I feel like you have this person reaching out. I feel like, again, they feel led to try and make things right. You may see when you look at this and this person's like, let me do this, you may see an old pattern, but this person is trying to show their love. So I feel like there's a disconnect. Like you might be more of a, I want your time and attention. You might be more of a, I need quality time with you. And this person let it be taken. So that's how you might receive love, or how you needed to receive love. See what I'm saying? There's some sort of disconnect there between how somebody does things and how you are. And this person certainly didn't cater to that at all. Okay. There is a selfishness here. Okay. And I am seeing that Aries energy. So Aries, Taurus, Sag, I see Scorpio, this the Capricorn, Libra energy, I feel like is more you. The Aquarius energy, I feel like is more you. You could even feel a little rebellious toward this. I feel like this person was wrapped up in something. It was someone very materialistic. It could have also been like a fantasy. There could have been some sort of like much older man, younger woman kind of situation, or maybe just very attractive woman, or attractive. It doesn't have to be woman. I'm just giving examples. Could be a very attractive situation, or very. I'm just getting materialistic, um, needing a lot of attention, needing attention on them. That's how it's coming through. So it looks like you're going to be hearing from this person because they want to make something right. But I think this person, they might pop and be like, let me go do this for you. And all of a sudden, I feel like you're going to feel extremely, first off, I feel like you're a little standoffish anyway, but I also think that this situation coming through and this person's whatever they offer to do is really going to tick you off, and that you might let them have it. But I would say that you're going to want to pay attention to how that makes you feel. There's something that's trying to be revealed to you through this. This is coming through so that something can be healed here. So we don't want to, disregard it. We want to take more of an observation position and a grounded position with this. Okay. Capricorn and my 10th house placements. If you're watching for the 10th house, Marcia, my love, do you see how much energy you're giving it right now? I'm not saying that that stuff doesn't happen, because it does. It happens all the time. But how much power you give it, that's the power that you have. Shush. Shush, dog. Okay. All right, my loves. Let's take a look at Capricorn and those watching for their 10th house. Okay. 7 of Cups. We can trust in divine authority and spiritual court and divine protection, but we do have the power on how much power we give something over us. And you are divinely protected, so it only can have so much power. Queen of Swords. Okay. I needed some soul fam time too. But I also felt very strongly to do this reading, especially after this Gemini full moon we've had. Okay, so we have the Hierophant. Okay, don't come over here bumping things, ma'am, with your wiggly butt. Pause for dog love. One moment. Oh God, now I got 2 of them swimming around me like sharks. Okay, y'all go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. I'm almost done. Go lay down. Go. Get. Too much dog. Go. Get. Go lay down. No, ma'am. That's not laying down. That's bad. That's really. Hold on, guys. Ma'am. You better go lay down. Okay. Apologies, Capricorn. Interestingly enough, Teak has some cap in his chart. Quite a bit. He is right on the cusp. I know. Go lay down, sir. You big-headed monster. All right, show me more here. Yeah. Okay. All right, my loves. So there is something here. Okay, Capricorn and my 10th house viewers. There's something here that you're feeling, and you are trying to really decode this. Where does this come from? Because I feel like there's a recognition here how it has kept you in, kept you a little stuck. Yes, indeed. Look, there you are. We have Aquarius and Capricorn. You could be on Aquarius Capricorn cusp. There's a mindset that I feel like you're currently working through freeing yourself from. And I feel like it really makes you, it causes some discomfort. It creates some sort of discomfort for you. Okay. Let me see this discomfort. Show me the 7 of Cups here and the Queen of Swords, please. You are trying to, yeah. You're trying to understand it. You're trying to get all the facts from what you're feeling or what you're experiencing here so that you can master this. You're trying to learn from it. Like anything you do, you're trying to be successful. Be successful with this. I gotta love that about you. I'm very comfortable with Capricorn energy because it's my South node. So tell me about this Hierophant then. Seven of Wands, 4 of Wands. Yeah, you are actively trying to figure this out. Okay. Ooh. Well, you've got You have some major realization around this. I feel like it's coming. Yeah, it's going to be around your masculine energy and how that came to be. So you'd look at your father's energy, okay, or it could be a very dominant mother. You're going to want to look back at that energy. Okay. The discomfort is around acting from the heart, seeing the heart's desires as valuable, acting accordingly, moving in alignment with that instead of what is expected of you, what you are supposed to or were told to achieve. This would be like all your grandfather, your father, everybody's a lawyer. And then you're expected to be a lawyer too. And you go to school and you get, you pass the bar and you're a practicing attorney in the Johnson & Johnson. Okay. And all of a sudden you realize that you're miserable AF. And so now you're in this place where you're reflecting on, well, where does that come from? And it's the expectation. And so this is about you freeing yourself from the expectation. So I feel like at this time, and it's a little disheveling, but you're wrapping your head around getting out from underneath that expectation. And you are beholden to it right now, is what I'm seeing. You're in it. You've had a soul contract with this. But now because you're aware of this and because you're sorting through this and you're figuring out where this comes from, there may be some things that you don't want to lose. Maybe this is like, okay, well, if I'm giving an example here to give you the energy I'm getting. If I decide not to be an attorney, then I'm going to lose this beautiful house that I have. And so maybe this is about getting comfortable with the idea of moving to a smaller home. Like, how much is your freedom worth? How much is because this is about freedom. How much is your freedom worth? It's priceless, right? So there's some sacrifices that looks like that's where a lot of discomfort is for you. You don't want to make certain sacrifices because that doesn't look successful. That doesn't look like I'm successful when I look at that brick rancher. You know what I'm saying? Okay, versus this 10-bedroom mansion. I'm just being, very exaggerative here, but that's what I'm seeing. And so this is about real success. This isn't about what success looks like, what you were told it was. Real success is you being in alignment with your heart's desires, no matter what that looks like on the outside. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, and those of you watching for your 11th house placements. Show me for Aquarius. Aqua-doodle doo. Amber, you better not. You better stop. You better get. You better go lay down. Where's Teeny? Go get her. All right. Nope. All right. Show me for Aquarius and those watching for their 11th house. We have the Star. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Sun. Feeling good, are you, huh? Okay. Wow. Whoa. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. And the Magician. You know where you're headed, don't you? And you are all about it. You are on, a lot of you are stepping into your North Node here, Aquarius. A lot of you are actively participating in your purpose here in this life. And you're feeling really good about the direction that you're going here. I don't see an issue. I'm not saying you don't have things to work on, especially if you take everything else that we've read into consideration. But this area of your life in particular feels right to you. This one's just right. Hey, Tanya, it's good to see you. Good to see everybody. All right, so we have, this is about your work here. Okay, it could be your work or something that you are deciding to work on or you're putting your time, energy, and investment into. And along came a spider and sat down beside her. Okay, show me the Knight of Cups. Ten of Cups. Well, here's your monkey wrench. The one that Allison says doesn't belong to her. It's about to. It's about to belong to you. Okay. Ooh, this might be about you serving someone some karma, and I don't mean like kind of karma, okay? I mean like no thank you karma. Thank you, but no thank you. That's what this is. And I feel like you're naturally attracting this in because of the energy that you're in. So don't be surprised, okay? But I do see you're exactly where you're meant to be right now. But you do have something coming in, and they've got whatever this is has some sort of idea in their mind. And the Three of Cups. Ooh, well, you know who this is. Somebody you're familiar with. Somebody wanting to connect. They have this idea in their mind here. Okay. I just heard Wreck-It Ralph. What the hell? Wreck-It Ralph. I'm gonna wreck it. Wow. Okay. Well, like it or not, this is something that is supposed to make an appearance. And the Death card. Oof. Now, okay, for some of you, this may be a no. I get for some of you, it's like a no, thank you. Yeah. Yes, indeed it is. Okay, again, you're driving the karma bus. Beep beep. Okay, you're driving the karma bus. And I see that this is destined for this rejection. I feel like you're shutting something down. You're very fulfilled with whatever you're doing, and I feel like you're just, again, this is being you might even have this awareness that this is being pulled in by this. You're feeling good. I see that you're feeling good. I feel like you're coming from a place of joy. You're coming from a place of fulfillment because you are aligned with your purpose, or you are aligned, like you're overcoming. If this is about your North Node and you stepping into North Node energy, then you are overcoming the fear, or it looks like you have. Some of you might still be working through that. Overcoming the fear of stepping into that purpose and really embodying that. And again, naturally, you have there's this light here, and so there's this attraction, and I think you're very aware that something needs to go on yet. But again, it's important for you to do this from a very high vibrational, not the, okay, none of that. This is, I'm sorry, it's a no for me, and this is why. Okay, that's what's actually going to help whoever or whatever this is really transform. You have to come from that high vibrational, higher perspective energy. Okay. All right. I agree. I think we got too much to do. All right. Okay. Pisces, you are never least, but oftentimes you were last. So we'll just say we're saving the best for last, right? All right. So Pisces or my 12th house placements. I should have told you about each 12th or each house as I did this. I just assume you know. So if you don't, look it up. It might be a window that you're stepping through as far as spiritual awareness and awakening. But 12th house is like our ideas, our beliefs, the spiritual world, our dreams. Let's look and see what wants to come through. Yeah, it's not your job to fix, but it is your job to speak your truth, to live according to your truth. And if that means feelings get hurt by it, that's not your fault, right? Okay. So Aquarius energy here, we have the Fool. And the Queen of Wands, Aries energy. If you're a Pisces, you could have I'm getting Aries rising for some of you, but there could be an Aries placement that you're looking at, that you're watching here. Again, take all of these messages as one message for you, regardless of your placements, your signs. We have the Magician, Mercurial energy here. You're feeling funky too, huh, Pisces? Okay. We are looking at not just the signs, but we are on Pisces right now. And I'm getting ready to close out with here with Pisces, but this is also for your 12th house. So you want to watch all of these for the houses. You are all 12, so you need to watch all 12. Not need to, but it is advised. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, something finally. Pisces has had it rough when I've been reading for the sign. The Two of Pentacles. Okay. There's a little bit of a ripple here. Let's look at that. Pisces. You know, you're always, Piscean energy is always in opposition with itself. And so that's what I'm seeing here. You might be questioning because something seems like it could be like feeling good. You're feeling really good. You're coming from a really good place. You're very enthusiastic about what you're doing, where you're going, where you're headed, what the energy that you're in. And it feels very positive. But then there's like this, am I safe to feel this? Is this wrong? There's something about like a conflict that I feel like you're working through as far as how you, like, it's almost like a seesaw. That's exactly what this is. Like there's a back and forth about how you're perceiving something. Tell me where this is coming from with this Two of Pentacles and this Hangman, please. Okay, the Ace of Cups. You're not really, okay. So what you're, okay. how do I put, yeah, there's the Queen of Cups here. Oof, you might be really being impacted by this Grand Water Trine too. Um, Mercury is not officially out of its post shadow until December 16th. So that's that mercurial influence that I'm picking up here. And Mercury is in the sign of Scorpio. So it's really bringing the stuff from the abyss up and along with that Grand Water Trine. So what I'm getting is that there is, it's not really that you're like not sure if something is the right thing to be doing or the right thing to be a part of. Is it okay for me to feel good about this? It's actually the fear that you're going to put yourself or that you're going to experience a very vulnerable, very raw episode of like being hurt. So that energy is really coming from a place of fear around how it might make you feel at some point. Look at all this woof water energy. Yeah. Okay. So can you show me Six of Cups? Okay. Yep. That's exactly it. So you have an opportunity here to really work through where this comes from. And this comes from, again, childhood's coming up. It's been been quite a bit of a theme lately. Really purging some ancestral stuff even for a lot of us. And so if you are manifesting from a place of that wound, which I feel like you're battling with, then you're going to, that's what you're going, as above, so below. That's what you're going to, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have the result that you don't want. So I feel like this is really about working with stabilizing that energy, recognizing when that energy comes up where you're like, I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, or I don't know if I'm allowed to feel good about this. I don't know if I'm allowed to have these feelings and emotions and feel good. There's some kind, I am getting that you haven't quite put your finger on it. There is some kind of disconnect, but it is connected to childhood. And for how that went down for you is all going to be different. So you want to become a student of your childhood and this energy that when you start feeling like, oh, getting like worried, wobbly about feeling good and everything's good and I'm down this new path and I'm having all these beautiful experiences and I'm manifesting what I want, and that's exactly the energy you're supposed to be in, that you want to be in. But then when this comes up, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure that me stepping into this energy is going to be like stable. It feels like I might drown. It's almost like, Peter walking on the water and Christ is like, come on, I got you, bro. And like worrying that you're going to drown. And so I really feel like when you recognize that is when you need to pull yourself into the awareness of it and start dissecting. That's how you're going to be able to put your finger on whatever this childhood thing is that this stems from. Okay. All right. So we've wrapped up the signs. I just want to pull one oracle card here at the end. And just give me a moment to feel what deck that should be. Okay, I'm going with the Lantern Oracle here. That's what I'm feeling pulled to. Okay. Guidance, advice, reminders for everyone watching. At a soul level here, what is the guidance, advice, and reminders? Melting Mask. It is a number 16. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. All right, I'm going to read this to you. Would be breaking down to a number 7. A role becomes a mask when it distorts, constricts, or conceals rather than reflects a true expression of our spirit self. A mask typically arises out of ego's desire to be real and in control when in fact it is neither. The ego, like the body and emotions, are tools. Their function, when used appropriately and proportionally, is to give authentic form and expression to our spirit self. Drawing this card signifies the impending loss of a mask to an encounter, an event, or a circumstance that incites its melting. A period of confusion, turmoil, or grief may follow this mask's dissolution. It had once served you in some way, therefore, it is a loss that can take some adjusting to, especially if there remains a significant identification with and attachment to this mask. The featured mother wishes to assure you that the dissolution of any mask is a blessing. With time, you will begin to see that losing the image of who you thought you were or had believed that you needed to be is, in fact, the liberating path to experiencing all the more that you are. To support you through this time of impending change, tune into your spirit self's love, light, and stillness. Observe which roles in your life feel good, natural, and autonomous. Ask yourself, what are my main roles at the moment? What does each one mean to me? Would I be more or less of myself without it? Would I be seen by others to be more or less without it? Capricorn. Such roles may include mother, daughter, friend, employee, employer, partner, student, or volunteer. Then ask, I lost my spot. Hold on. Which of these roles are draining? Which are energizing? Are any fraught with drama or boring? Do any feel like mass stifling me through obligations I often resent rather than lovingly fulfill? Upon reviewing the answers to these questions, is there a current role that functions more like a constricting mask that you would love to lose or would be terrified of melting? Regardless of how you answer, it is important to keep in mind that you are, in essence, none of the roles you have or wish to fulfill, nor any of the restrictive masks of concealment that they may have or might turn into. At most, a role can transparently and joyously express an aspect of your spirit self. Life is always better when you know which roles are fulfilling for you. Be sure to prioritize and enjoy them wherever and whenever possible. It is important for a mask to melt once the function it had served tips into detrimentally constricting us at our highest level. So there's definitely this pushing the boundaries. If you missed the reading that I did last Sunday, I'd invite you to go watch that. All right, my loves. I hope that this has been helpful for you. I'm sending you a lot of love, and I will see you guys tomorrow in our collective reading. Take care.